Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Study Desk of Anand. So in this series of SQL interview question and answer, we are going to see questions on employee table. So we have created this table employee. It has certain field called ID, name, salary, manager ID and hire date. And we have inserted some sample record that for demonstration, and that data you can see in the tabular form. Now the first questions for this employee table is like, we need to print employee and their manager. So as you can see in the table, we don't have their manager name, but we have something called employee ID, which is in the first column, and their manager ID. For example, Bob is an employee and whose manager is ID is 1. So Bob manager will be ls. So let's try to print this with the help of SQL query. So we will be using here self join. So I am just using e1 dot name because we are that is a employee name. So I will just say emp name, and since I am using a self join, so I'll just use e2 dot name as a manager name. Now from first table will be employee e1, and we since we are doing a left outer join on the same table, employee e2. Now one thing to note is very important is the condition. What happens sometimes the common mistake a candidate did, they join e1.id equal to e2.id manager id, and that results in a different, because e1 is an employee id and we are doing a left outer join manager id, that will give us a different data. Now here we want an employee and their manager id. So what will we going to do, we use e1.manager id equal to e2.id. So we'll be joining manager ID to employee ID. So we will be keeping a manager ID on the left and the employee ID on the right to get the employee and manager name. Let's try to execute this. Yeah, that we can see Alice, since he is the CEO of the office, who is on the top hierarchy rank, so he doesn't have manager. Rest of them having managers. So Bob's manager is Alice and Charlie's manager is Alice. That we can see. If using the employee ID, Bob and Charlie's manager ID is 1. So that is Alice only. And similarly, we can see that for other employee, we have their name and their manager's name. I hope you understood how we can figure out the manager name from the employee table. Thank you guys for watching my video and supporting me. Happy learning. Stay tuned for the next video.